Oh, you're in for a real treat.
Hang on to them hats and glasses, 'cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
It's the DIZPod, where dreams come true. With Corey and Lawrence, we'll explore with you. Feel the magic.
Gets his stuff and gets ready to leave.
And I was like,
you're leaving?
Together we'll make memories.
And he said that's when he was like, okay.
Yeah, so.
But, so why'd you pull over then?
I was probably more scared than anything. Pull over.
That's why they chose the music they chose, and that's why they laid this life out, you know, from birth to death in this show. It's actually much more to it than I think a lot of people realize until we really start to see it more.
I'm going to skip out because I do have to do my football show where I will be picking the Patriots to lose this week. By the way, go Raven, out!
Well, I'll talk to him later. Pete is great. Love Pete.
In the house, sometimes we would have 30.
You had the house to hang out at then.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Stevens.
What's up, guys?
Welcome.
I just said, let's go live on YouTube. People might like to see that. Believe it or not, that first night we got 1,000 people watching. I don't.
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hello and welcome, everyone, on this February 3rd, 2026. Right?
Yes.
Maybe we should start saying the date when we record. I was looking at the date and I messed it up. It went away from me. But February 3rd, 2026, everyone. Welcome, and welcome to everyone who's joining us live. We do this live because we do it for you. And we also equally appreciate all of those who are able to track us down on all the other platforms like Amazon, which is Prime, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, and did I say Spotify yet?
Nope, Spotify.
There you go.
Apple.
We nailed them.
Yep. Those are all good. Appreciate you watching wherever you do.
Yes.
Speaking of which, tonight for the first time, the show is in horizontal and vertical, or tall, as some like to say. So if you're watching on the tall version and you want to come over and watch the full screen, just click the logo and come on over to the regular stream, not the vertical live stream. So both channels, Living in Diz and Park Bros, are broadcasting in horizontal and vertical tonight. So just trying to reach more people wherever they may be watching.
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely. So couple bros talking Disney. So it is another episode here at the DIZPod. Thank you all for joining us, and just hey, hit the like button as you come in. And if you're watching later on YouTube or the YouTube Music app, definitely hit that like button. You can still hit the like button. Leave comments, because that tells YouTube that we're doing something good here. The cold continues. That's no real surprise for anyone in most of the country. I'm definitely tired of it, but I just try to wait it out and embrace it. But I looked ahead. We'll be kind of bundled up again tomorrow as we're live at Magic Kingdom. So it's become the norm, Lawrence. It's the norm. Did all the snow melt from your backyard?
So I went out this morning. I had to do physical therapy, and I had a dentist appointment today. And so we had to venture out, we being Finley and myself, because Finley had no school today, and they've already announced she has no school tomorrow either. So she is on 3 days now of no school. And yes, the snow has melted in my backyard and my streets. But there are a lot of the county that I live in that are very rural. There are folks that are still on dirt roads in the county. And so they have decided to cancel school for tomorrow. And Thursday's not looking good either because we're supposed to get another inch of snow tomorrow night. So,
wow.
It's spring break.
I guess, yeah, I guess so. I guess they're just not equipped for this kind of thing, huh?
Yeah. It's just, it's... Listen, when they talked about us getting 10 inches, Catherine and I were prepared. We knew we weren't going to see the school for a couple days. Both of us work from home, so we figured that would be the case. But we were in what's called so first of all, this was a bomb cyclone that we had. Have you heard that term yet? I don't know if you guys have.
Yeah. Massachusetts gets those now and then.
Okay.
It's a fun term.
Yeah. A bomb cyclone we had, which is just snow. And so we were in one of those, but we were also in a dry pocket. So 20 minutes to my east, they were getting snow. 20 minutes to my west, they were getting snow. Us, we didn't get snow all day until probably, 8 o'clock that night. So it was very, very interesting. A lot of the kids were disappointed, but, hey, it's weather, right? It's like we said before we started. It's like tech. You never know. You never know what the answer is.
Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Unpredictable. There's been times where I just gave my electronics a rest. I had a TV one time I was about to throw out, tried everything I could to fix it. Wasn't working. I put it aside. And about a week later, when it was ready for the trash, I said, let me just plug it in one more time. It worked.
Exactly.
I have a water bottle. That converts. It separates H2 from the O and has good health benefits. $80 bottle. It stopped working the other day. I pressed the button and it shocked me. And it wasn't charging. But yeah, it was shocking me. So rather than throw it away right away, I put it aside. I said to Tammy, we're going to give this a rest. A week later, I looked over at it. And I said, let me try this. Filled it up. Works beautifully. Electronics, everybody. Give your electronics a rest sometimes before you throw them away.
Yes.
That's
a
pro tip.
So, I can tell you from producing the live stream the other night and watching you guys out there in the very cold, they canceled the second Starlight because it was so cold. A lot of the rides were not running because it was so cold that night. So, yeah. You
talking about Saturday?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys were out there in some cold weather.
We thought we struck gold, man. We showed up park hopping on Saturday night, and we step onto Main Street, and I'm like, it literally looked like what Main Street looks like 20 minutes before the sweep. Like, before they're ready to just push everyone out of the park. Like, park's been closed an hour. And we're heading into like the last 20 minutes or whatever before guests really have to go. So I was like, man, we can just step anywhere we want here on the curb and watch Starlight. It's almost like a personal parade for us and a few scattered guests. So and we were like, okay, let's kill a few minutes. And we went into one of the stores, and then no sooner than when we entered the store, they made the announcement that Starlight was canceled.
Yeah.
So, do you think it was the cold or was it the wind?
It might be both, because the wind, I'm certain had an effect on it, because if you think about every one of those floats, with maybe the exception of Coco, he's pretty low. But think about the Blue Fairy and Moana and Peter and Wendy. They're up pretty high. So I think that it was more so the wind than the cold. But I think it was also the cold for the dancers and all of that. So, they did run it the first time, though, from what I heard. I didn't go back and look, but I think they did run it the first time.
Okay. Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah. Somebody had a comment I wanted to mention. Oh, need a room vlog of the hotel. Which hotel, Shannon?
Yeah, which one there, Shannon? What can we get for you? How can we help you today?
I'll bust in somebody's room. Hey, I need I need a room block.
Purple Pleasure said, pro tip 2-3-26. I like that. Give your devices a rest.
There you go.
Yes. So what brings us here today?
Oh, well, today, February 3rd, I thought we would do some park updates, right? Going into the new year, we've had some rides close, some rides that are getting ready to close, and looking toward the future, right? And then all of a sudden, Disney decided to drop some news on us today. So we have plenty to cover about the future of the company. So, yeah, I thought we would cover that.
Sounds good.
Let me also mention that I thought the Park Bros channel would be hitting monetization come the summer or so, with my plan of going down there every 6 weeks about to do some live streams. We've actually already hit memberships and super chats as of Saturday. So I want to thank everybody that has watched and supported and liked and subscribed. So on our last weekend there, we hit 10,000 subscribers, and now we've actually been given super chats and membership. So that was pretty cool. So thank you all for that support.
Congratulations publicly, my friend. You earned it.
Thank you.
You're one of the hard workers in this community.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, while it's here in front of me, that's my button for being inducted into the Hall of Fame as number 299.
Oh, congratulations on that,
McDevitt
too.
show.
The Pete McDevitt Disney YouTube Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So glad that you made it. And people might not know this, but I have 4 votes. I probably have more influence on who gets into that Hall of Fame than anybody, because our channel officially has 4 members. So we get 4 votes. So I gave you 4 votes.
I got to get Finley into the Hall of Fame. Is that what you're saying? Get Finley and Catherine in there, and Jay.
Yeah.
Then I'll have 4 as well.
Yes. You got to get them on Park Bros. Be like Park Family.
So let me ask you, what did you think when you heard the news today about Josh D'Amaro taking over as CEO, and that's going to be effective March 18th? Was that a surprise? Did you think it was coming? Where were you this morning?
It's not a surprise to me at all. I didn't even flinch on that news. He's just been in the company for so long. I feel like that he's just been groomed for this, and he's had some wider experience than I think some others, especially like Chapek, who really focused. He didn't really have park experience, I believe. Am I right? Am I correct on that? Iger is well-rounded. You know, he knows how to manage networking and media as well as parks. And for this company to be successful and go forward with all of that, you need the next person to be at least close to that right now. So I can imagine he's been beside Iger for over a year. Like they probably knew this way before it started to surface as something that was going to turn into fact. Josh he started out in financing, and then he ended up in parks for quite some time. And he was probably learning the media side of things with Iger recently, and will continue to do so until he takes over for good. So I'm very happy for Josh. He's a really great guy. You and I were talking today, very personable, very approachable.
Yeah.
And what an incredible memory. Unless I made that kind of impression on him. He remembered me every time. I think I ran into him 3 times. And we do have that Patriots connection. He's from Rhode Island. So, he likes to hear my opinions on what I think, will happen throughout the season and stuff like that when we've run into each other. So really happy for him. It's really cool that I can say that I rubbed elbows with the CEO. I'll probably never see Josh again at this point. But it was nice knowing him. And congratulations to him.
I've run into him. I didn't have an extensive conversation, but I did run into him twice in the parks, both times at Epcot. And again, just such a nice guy. Like, it not only to the guests, which you would think, okay, well, you know, he was in charge of the parks, he has to give that face. Okay, great. But I hear that the cast members like him as well. And I think that's a huge, you know, a feather in his cap, because if both the guests like you and the cast members like you, you're doing a lot right. Will there be things that happen in the parks that we don't approve of as guests? Sure. As annual pass holders? Sure. But you have to look at the big picture, right? Not only is he the CEO, but there's a board behind him. And the Disney company is a publicly traded company. The CEO's job is not to make Corey happy. It's not to make Lawrence happy. It's not to bring down the prices. It's not to give you more food in the restaurant. It's to make the company money for the stockholders. That is their job. The shareholders are their number one. Now, you can get there by improving a lot of things and by improving the parks and experiences. And I think, I might be wrong, but I think having someone like Josh that's been in the parks and leading the parks for as long as he has, I think that we are all going to be happy with the direction of the company. Now, he's, you know, in charge of media and movies and television and all that as well come March 18th. But the parks are his baby, right? And the parks make a lot of money as well. So it's not like they're going to be forgotten just because he's got to now focus on that other thing. I think that the other part to that is creating that position for Dana Walden as Chief Creative Officer. I think that also helps because he can focus on the experiences and what we all get from the parks and what we all get from the movies and from all media. But she can also then focus on that creative part. You know, it's like we talked about with Bob Iger talking about we're going to put out less, but it's going to be better. Right. And so, and I think that that's happened. I mean, look at Zootopia 2, look at Inside Out 2, you know, a lot of the Avatar, you know, I mean, there's some good movies coming out right now. And I'm wearing a Kermit shirt tonight because in 2 hours and 10 minutes as a D23 Gold member, I get to watch the new version of The Muppets. And if that show is as good as people are saying, you're going to see a couple seasons of that show. So if that's what's to come, I think we're in good shape as Disney fans.
Yeah, that's well said. And, you know, Iger did put his foot down about a year and a half ago, 2 years, and said what you said, you know, less is going to be more. And I know that he, private story, I know that he paid a visit over to Pixar and said, these movies need to hit. You know, Moana 2, Inside Out 2, these have to hit. And so there's a lot of emphasis on those being successful. And that's just saying, you know, Chapek just wanted to pump it out. And we were losing quality with a lot of the content they were putting through.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yes, you know, Josh has a lot of experience with the parks. And I think, like you said, I think he will oversee that and he won't let things go astray if Dana Walden is taking that over. I don't think that he'll let that go astray. I think he'll still have his influence there so that things go the way he'd still like to see him if he was in charge of that. And like you said, his duties will be diversified, but I think that we're going to see a continuation of some pretty good success right now with the way the parks are going. And Josh probably knowing that he was going to take this position, and I don't know how much responsibility he had with this, but it is with the parks, right? He just went ahead. Now, people will say when a CEO is on his way out, he'll just start spending a lot of money. But how much do you think Josh was responsible with agreeing and with the approval of Cars Land and Villains and the whole new area, Tropical America, all this stuff coming up? This is going to be within his tenure. So he is still going to be overseeing this with great care. So how much do you think he had to do with that, as opposed to just Iger, yep, let's put stamps on all of this because this will be my legacy going out the door?
I always get the feeling that with things in the parks, it's coming from the head of the parks, and they are giving the ideas to the CEO, and the CEO says, okay, what's this going to cost? How soon can this get done? What's going to be the effect, positive and negative, in doing this change? So I think that whoever takes over as head of parks, which that has not been announced as far as I know, but I think, I think Dana Walden is now going to have a lot of play in that as chief creative officer, because she kind of will, steer the face of the company. What is how creative or how dull is Disney will come down to her and Josh now, and I really do believe that we're going to see somewhat of a renaissance. I'll say this. I also heard that there was a permit filed today for the entryway to Hollywood Studios, where you enter to park, right?
Okay. Yes.
So what's that going to do? Is it going to modernize that? Is it, and I know people are going to start to think, oh, if they modernize it, they're going to lose the whole 50s feel. They're going to change the entire park. No, I don't think so. But what if, I just thought of this. What if it's, look, we're getting the magic of Disney animation back there in the animation courtyard, right? And it's supposed to harken back to California and that whole entryway there. What if the parking entrance is going to mirror that? What if that's what they're doing, right? I think that's going to give you a much better feel than the feel that we get now. So very early on, we don't know, exactly what's going to happen there, but that has been filed. I think we're going to see a renaissance. I really do.
Have we seen an official photo of the artwork of this proposed entryway?
No. There were some speculative pieces put out there.
Okay, that's what I saw then. And yeah. I liked it.
I did too.
I actually looked at it quick, so I didn't really have a chance to confirm if it was real. So I did what I normally don't do. I took it as kind of mostly real when I saw it and said, okay, all right, if that's what they're going to do, I like that. But I guess it wasn't real. Stupid AI.
I know you can't trust anything.
You can't. You really. It's just going to get worse, everybody. So, yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I love the entryway. It's great. But I don't know. Unlike a lot of Disney fans, I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I embrace change pretty well. And it probably goes hand in hand with my personality. I get bored with things, and I'm not saying I'm ever bored with most of the things that go away, but I like change. I get bored in my life with certain things, and I move on to the next thing. It's great, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done with that today. I was all in last night when I went to bed, but now I'm on to something else. that kind of goes with my personality. Like I'm okay if they want to change it, but at the same time, it needs to look nice. It needs to look cool. It can't be modernized. You know what I mean? Like Hollywood Studios is Hollywood Studios. Don't let it lose its character.
Correct.
We need that 50s feel. Like you can't. Now you get me going. So you cannot give us a modern entryway, but still play old Hollywood music down Hollywood Boulevard. It doesn't work.
So and here's the thing: you talk about Hollywood Boulevard or Sunset, both of them. Heck, the whole park, except for Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land. The whole park gives you that feel. So if you're going to get away from that, you have to redo the entire park. That ain't happening, folks. That's just not happening.
No, and don't you think... Go ahead, finish.
I think it's just an update, a refresh to the entryway. I don't think it's an entire redo of, the feeling of the park. I mean, that's a very cool feel. Hollywood has a vibe.
There's nothing like it in the world. And wouldn't you say this? I've never thought about this until we're going down this road. The star of the park is Hollywood Boulevard. And Hollywood. Did I say that right? Hollywood and Sunset. All the stars of the park.
Yeah.
When you say Hollywood Studios to me, my brain immediately identifies with that first. Forget about Indiana Jones. Forget about Galaxy's Edge, Mania, Tower of Terror, all of that. My first initial quick thought is the music and those streets.
Yeah.
That defines Hollywood Studios to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I always love, because typically you start in Hollywood Studios. Like I'm even thinking about like going live there the last time I was there, or last two times. Starting on Hollywood Boulevard, walking through the parks, maybe going through Toy Story Land, doing Galaxy's Edge so you can go to Rise. I go and do the Frozen show, spend all that time there, and then you get to Sunset Boulevard, and maybe you're going to do Rock and Roller Coaster or Villains or Tower of Terror, and you have all the shops there. Like it's like a bonus, right? Because you've come in, you've done Hollywood Studios, you walk to the back of the park, and then you still have Sunset Boulevard to do. So
it's like two main streets.
Yeah,
it's like two main streets.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, and especially because you have Hollywood Boulevard has the Chinese Theater at the end of it, and then you have Sunset Boulevard, who's got Hollywood Tower, at the end of it. So
I've never thought of it like that. That's true.
It's Hollywood's vibe. So I think I don't think they're going to change the whole thing, but I'll tell you what, I am of what we know is coming this year. I think, Big Thunder as a refresh, yes, but I think the magic of Disney animation is going to be a sleeper. I really do. I think that what they're putting over there gives a lot of us reason to go there. The villain show, I look at that and I think, how many streamers do I see go to the villain show compared to how many went to Lightning McQueen Racing Academy? I mean, how many times on Saturday were you going to Racing Academy compared to how many times you go to Villains?
Oh, in comparison. Well, I'm going to say this. I mean, I this is what I believe. I believe that, it's been out longer, but I would say on average that we have seen Lightning McQueen more than Villains. Is that what you expected me to say?
Well, yeah. At this point, yes.
And it's easy to go to, and it's never, I got to see Lightning McQueen today. That was more of a filler for us.
Right.
Love the show, but when you've seen it a few times, it's more of, okay, the park is pretty busy right now. Hey, let's go see Lightning McQueen, and then we'll go do such and such after this.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, and this is not to diminish the show, because I like Villains too, and Ariel, which are the two newer shows over there at Hollywood. but they are very low on my list of priority of things I want to do. To me, at this point, those are more like, okay, we got to kill some time. Let's go do this or this. Or occasionally, hey, we haven't done villains in a while. Let's go do villains. But I forget about it, to be honest. I mean, I forget about it half the time I'm there, that it even exists. Just like I forget that we have Epic in Orlando, because it's dead to me. It's dead to me until they offer annual passes.
I think the Disney, the magic of Disney animation, is going to give life to that whole area there, way more than Launch Bay did, way more than the Disney Junior dance show did, you know. And then you also have Little Mermaid, which is kind of there. I mean, they're allowing you to get into it now and go around the scrim walls that are there, but that's going to be attached to it as well. I think it's going to be really, really good to see that part open. And I think of what we're getting in 2026, I think that's what I'm most excited for, because it's going to give life to an entire section of a park that we hadn't seen before.
Definitely a dead area. It's been a dead area for a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be as big as you think. I think it's going to be middle of the road, and I hope you're right more than I am. It's a little bit of the unknown, kind of what they've explained. I'm like, okay, is this kind of something, you know, like Villains or Mermaid, where it opens, you go do it, and then after doing it maybe a couple of times, is it a little bit more, not quite, but is it a little bit more on the level of One Man's Dream or something, you know, amazing in there? But, okay, I've done that multiple times over the years. You know, I might go in it once every 10 visits.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be on the level of One Man's Dream. Again, I get the idea of One Man's Dream, both the movie and the walkthrough experience there, totally. But I think this is, from what I've read, this is really different than anything that we've had in a park. So I think that really will make the difference. And while Villains and Mermaid, you don't have that initial rush that we had, you know, that first day where you had hours and hours of people waiting, because obviously it's new. The shows are still pretty busy. Like when I went to see Villains the last time, I was on the extreme end on the right hand side, so they are still staying pretty full. So so that's good, because again, I think we need more attractions. I know people are looking for rides, but I think we need more attractions in the park. And not every attraction has to be an e-ticket, because if you have a park full of e-tickets, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
That is true.
That is true. Waiting, you know, you rope drop and you're going to be waiting all day for rides. So, yeah. So I think that's going to be great for Hollywood Studios. The other thing in Hollywood Studios, March 2nd, we lose Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, and then it opens up with Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets. We know that this is going to be a shorter refresh, right? It's supposed to close in March and it's supposed to open in the summer. So, you know, that could be 5 months. Let's even say 6 months. So, you know, that's not a full teardown of the ride. It's essentially just a retelling of the story, right? So they're going to refresh it. I don't know how many of the sets inside they're going to change. You know?
I mean, you don't really have to.
You don't have to.
I don't think that there's anything in there that shouts Aerosmith. I think it's more of the highway and all that. That's a great point. Maybe they had some rainbow stuff in there. You know, that kind of goes along with the artwork.
Maybe.
Psychedelic. Maybe make it look a little more psychedelic. But I hope they don't take the easy way out like that. You know, you've done all this theming, and they won't. I'll predict that. You're not going to ride through that, and you're not going to... I bet nothing looks completely familiar. The street signs may still be the same. Maybe they change the name of the signs, but I think you'll see more color in there and things like that. I don't think it'll be super recognizable because I don't think Disney would do that. I don't think they... Even though they do reskins of things, I think that, you know, I think it'll look better. I think it could be an upgrade in there. I don't know what else they would do, but they're the Imagineers, so they'll figure that part out. And it's fast, right? It's a coaster, so how much can you really see anyway? But they'll put a lot of great work. You know, the star of that show, that attraction is going to be the pre-show, and then of course the launch, right? Because listen, we're no theme park giant, but us here at Living in Diz, we like to evaluate the coasters we have ridden. And if you break it down, I love Tron more and more, and Jacob just loves it more, and I share that love with him for it, and we just have so much fun on it. But when you break coasters down, for Tron, if you look in track, there's no wow factor besides the vehicle, because you're sitting in it like a cycle. The launch, awesome. The curve as you go under the hood, great. After that, nothing special. And when you look at, I say that because I just wanted to build up to the upcoming Rock and Roller Coaster Muppets attraction. There's nothing special about that track after the launch. There really isn't. So,
well, you do have the inversion.
Yeah,
I think after
once that's done, you're kind of just cruising a little bit, enjoying the music.
Yeah, and the inversion's kind of right after the launch. So it's like boom, boom.
So after that, it's like, okay, now we're just kind of riding.
Now
we're just kind of riding along. But don't get it twisted. I love those attractions. Just if we break down the track by thrills and uniqueness, not so much. Now you go over to Velocicoaster, that thing's unbelievable. Can't say enough about it. So many unique things to me. And I think Theme Park Giant put that in his like top 3, top 4, or something like that of all time. So, yeah. What else do we have coming?
So
that we get to comment on?
So that's really what you have in Hollywood Studios. Although you do have, we might as well talk about this, the new update to Smuggler's Run coming in May when The Mandalorian comes out in the movie theater. So you're going to be able to choose where you go. The engineer is going to play more of a role. And you're going to have new missions, including Mandalorian and Grogu. So what does that do for Smuggler's Run for you, do you think?
It does a lot for me. I'm very excited about it. Again, I like change. And I think that it is going to, it's going to be a new experience. So, maybe they've learned some things, how to do some things differently. I just think it's going to be more fun. And like we talked about in past podcasts, now you're going to involve the engineer more, who gets to choose where you go. So that's cool to involve them more. And maybe that's something Disney learned, right? Like, hey, we really should find some reason to give the engineer more to do. Because again, I've said this before, I rode that attraction on opening day, and my first thoughts after the first time was disappointing. And I say that in the vlog, that it was underwhelming for me because I got stuck back there engineering, and I was like, I didn't get to do much.
Right.
So I stuck it out and I went back and I got to be the pilot. And in that same vlog, it's night and day between my reviews, how much I loved it. And the early reviews on that were comparisons of Star Tours. Star Tours, you're a passenger. You have no control of anything.
Sure.
Whereas a pilot, you have a little bit more control in what happens. Yeah. So loved it then, loved it now, love it now, and I'm excited to see something new, incorporate Mando and all that. I'm very excited about it. I think you're going to see, probably easy to call it now, right? But I think you're going to see opening day Smuggler's Run types of lines for a few weeks, which that stretched quite far. It stretched past Olga's, followed it down past where you get the milk, and wrap past that. Well past that. So I think you're going to get some really long wait times for Smuggler's Run coming up, for sure.
So you had virtual queue for Rise, but that was only standby? Or did you have virtual queue?
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a virtual queue for Smugglers.
Got it. Okay.
But to be honest, I don't think virtual queues existed yet.
So Smugglers was before Rise?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
By a long shot.
Oh.
Wasn't it like give or take a year or something before Rise opened? So you just had Smuggler's Run for an attraction in there.
Mm-hmm.
Which probably, Rise will still take a little edge off it, but that's going to be the new thing, the new shiny toy. Everybody's going to want to be on it. It's you're looking at 170 minute wait times. So I hope that they bring back a virtual queue for that. I hope they do. And just a side note, Jacob and I were talking about Guardians the other day. Guardians is so hard to get on since they took the virtual queue away. Mm-hmm. So be careful what you ask for, because I would take that virtual queue back. Because we went on every time we went. And now I haven't gone on Guardians in months and months and months, because at least on stream, I'm not willing to wait, 90, 100 minutes for that.
Yeah.
So I say bring them back, but they should bring some back for sure. Now, it depends on the attraction, right? Because Tiana's, they took it away, and I get on Tiana's whenever I want to. If you have to wait till the end of the night, you wait till the end of the night, or right after Starlight. Pretty much a guarantee.
So let me ask you this about Smuggler's Run. You have the single rider. Current day, if you're single rider, you're engineer. Do you think that changes any with the new layout?
How many times have you watched me on single rider and I have not been engineer? You can ask. People know. Purple Pleasure. Pro tip 221658-9. You can, just because you're a single rider, you can still ask if you can be something other than engineer, because I've done it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just luck out where, I don't know how that works out, but you might get some people who don't want to be the pilot. And by default, you get to be the pilot. Yes. So, there's a chance.
But I just wonder if, to me right now, I think maybe that changes it, and maybe Gunner becomes the third seat.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah. That's you thinking outside the box.
You have a little bit more to do, so I think now Gunner becomes the third seed, and people want to sit engineer, pilot first, obviously, then engineer, and then Gunner. But maybe.
Good call.
Maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
So, I think that Hollywood is going to see some life on that side of the park. You're going to see some life on the other side with the new courtyard coming up. So I'm excited for that. Animal Kingdom, we said goodbye to Dinosaur. You did that. You guys did your last ride on Saturday. I know you're an Indy fan, so are you excited for the new ride?
I was super excited for the announcement. And then I'm kind of the type where I just kind of sit and bide my time. Like, I let the excitement come down.
Mm-hmm.
And as we approach, and then the day of, I'll just be through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
But I was re-excited again after Jacob rode Indy in Tokyo, because his text to me after that was like, Dad, if they do Indy anything like they did in Tokyo in Animal Kingdom, he said, I'm just so pumped for it. So I got to imagine, I don't think Disney's going to put something lesser in another park where they've experimented or established something great in another park. I don't think they're going to put a lesser experience in there. So I would expect this one to be on par with Tokyo or a little better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited for the Indy ride for sure.
I do hope, and I don't think it's going to happen, but I do hope that they do keep the ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. But I don't think they're going to.
Yeah, I don't see how that would fit at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But there'll be something. They'll leave something.
I heard today that there is a, oh gosh, where is it?
And he's an archaeologist, so why can't you have a dinosaur bone hanging around or something?
I'm with you. Hopefully.
Maybe even in the queue. Maybe there's a couple things that he found in the area.
I think it's in Tower of Terror. I think in Tower of Terror, there are props from, in the boiler room, there are props from the Great Movie Ride.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they're using, I think, where the water, the new water effect happens now, where it's dripping down on you inside the boiler room. It drips into cans, and the cans are from the Great Movie Ride.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know there was a new water effect where water dripped on you.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, when you walk into the boiler room. So check that out. And the phone is ringing again. I don't even think I knew that the phone rang, but there used to be a phone in the lobby, and it used to ring, and the cast members would pick it up and pretend that they're talking to guests. So that phone and the ringing is back, but not with the cast members. It's just off to the front desk.
Oh, cool.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to pay attention to that.
Yeah. So check that out. So yeah, there's little things to freshen up, these current rides. So over in Magic, I did single rider Space Mountain. They are testing it. They tested it the other day when the park closed at 4:30 for the cast member event. So they tested it that morning. I do hear that it's going well. It's not, people aren't flooding the single rider option for that ride, so that's good. Essentially, you just walk through the lightning lane. When you get to the top, you tell them you're single rider. They put you in the single rider line. They created a separate single rider line. And I mean, listen, it's Space Mountain. It's dark. You're not sitting next to whoever you went with anyway. So I think single rider's a good option for that ride.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
They are testing it. Hopefully that is something that comes to Magic. That would be the only single rider line in Magic. There's no other single rider.
How about that?
So
how about that?
The other big thing at Magic that we know is coming this year is Big Thunder Mountain. Cannot say enough about this. I'm very excited about Big Thunder coming back. I don't even need the new effects. I'll take them. But I don't even need the new effects. I just want Big Thunder back. So very excited about that. And I know you'll be showing that as soon as it's possible.
Yes, we'll be showing that as soon as possible with cast member preview, and we'll try to be the first ones to stream it live if we can, as we were the first ones to do test track.
Yeah.
So love that.
Animal. Let's go back to Animal. So we said goodbye to Dinosaur this year. We can see the work happening for the new Encanto ride. And people are still saying, and when I say people, I mean like, people in our circle are saying that Tropical Americas opens in 2027. I heard that buzz around there, and I'm like, okay, yeah, right. But people are still saying it, and man, I'm gonna tell you what, if they get all of Tropical Americas done in 2027, there's nothing that they can't do before 2030. I think in our minds we're all set with Tron took 5 years. So and that was one ride. So everything is going to have this huge delay. If they can get and think about it now, that whole area of Dinosaur Land or Dino Land USA is all cut off now. So they've got free reign back there to move about as they need to, without disturbing any guest. If they get that pulled off, that's going to be amazing.
Think about the magnitude of that, what you just said. Like the whole area, an entire land is being overhauled. That's like saying, sorry, folks, Adventureland's closed. We're revamping everything. Yes. That is really, really crazy.
Yeah.
But and like you said, right, Tron was a different time. We went through COVID and all this other stuff and financial issues. I think if Tron was announced and started today, it would be done within the year, right? Little over a year. I think it would be a lot quicker. So different times.
You think about, Tiana's and Big Thunder, which took a year and a half. They're talking about an entire land being done in just a little bit more than that. Because I'm going to assume when they say 2027, I'm going to say December 30th, that's when we're going to have, the Tropical Americas open. So let's say it's two years. But here's what they did, though. And they did the same thing with Rock and Roller Coaster. Rock and Roller Coaster, they closed the pre-show. Why did they do that? There's work happening behind those gates, right? Behind the roll down gate, the wall, whatever you want to call it. They're working on the pre-show now so that when the ride closes on March 2nd, maybe that's just about done. And now they can focus everything on the inside of the ride, the queue inside the ride, and then the building on the outside of the ride. And they better give me that the guitar that they're showing on the outside in the artist rendering. I want that thing lit up the way they show it. And I think we're getting it. I really do.
Yeah.
So I think the same thing happened in Dino Land because they did those phase closures. They closed this part and they closed a little bit more. And now finally you have the whole thing closed. Well, that gave them all that time to start working on Encanto. And that thing is just about framed already. That is a huge building. The carousel is already, the foundation's already done for the carousel. So there's a lot of work that's already gone into it. And again, now the whole thing's closed off. You don't have to put up, any other scrim walls. It's all there. And I think we're going to be in good shape, folks. I'm very excited for 2026 and beyond. There was one other thing that I meant to call out. Oh, Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear over in Magic.
So we noticed the other night that the scrim walls have become much bigger, and they have now walled off the entire outside queue of Buzz Lightyear. So Jacob and I were like, whoa, okay, what are we doing here? So it seems to me like we'll be getting some new signs and things like that. Retheming, a little bit of a retheme.
A little bit of a retheme. I think that ride is going to be great. And the other refresh is Frozen Ever After over at Epcot, where we're getting the new 3D projections for Anna and Elsa. And again, sometimes it's just a little, refresh goes a long way. So that you don't feel that the ride is second rate. As Corey mentioned earlier, you get these new rides, right? You have the new Frozen Land, and that's where we saw the new Anna and Elsa animations, and you put them up against what we have over here in Epcot. It's like, hey, we deserve better. We deserve better, and now we're getting better. So I think it's the same thing. Same thing like Big Thunder. You had the effects over in Disneyland. Now you're going to get them at Disney World. So I think we're in for a good year. I really do.
Any change is good and fun. Yeah. Any kind of refresh is always pretty cool.
They haven't announced Carousel of Progress. Do you
think
it's that's gonna be maybe right after Buzz? Because how much do you want to take? How much do you want to close in? Tomorrowland, at one time.
That's a great point. You probably don't want to close 2 items there. So yeah, I'd roll with that. When Buzz opens, they'll start on shortly on Carousel of Progress after that.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't take too long. I don't think they've announced how long they think it'll take, right? But
they haven't.
Shouldn't take too long. I mean, I'm sure the Walt animatronic is good to go or close to good to go. All you have to do is insert him and build your new stage, and maybe you're good to go.
Yeah. I think we're gonna be very surprised with that. Let's also talk about movies that are coming up for 2026 for Disney. So we have Hoppers, which is the new Pixar original. It's about a young animal lover whose consciousness gets transferred into a robotic beaver. That comes out March 6th. You have Toy Story 5.
It's Avatar. Hoppers is Avatar, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
100%. It's Avatar. Pixar version.
Oh man.
It's all
You're
about
gonna make me go back and watch the movie and
it's all about the environment and the animals fighting back.
Yeah.
How can we stop the humans from taking our land?
Yeah.
And they literally say it in the trailer. They're like, this is Avatar.
Yeah.
It looks fun. It looks very fun. So
yeah.
I kind of can't wait for that one.
You also have Toy Story 5. That'll come out June 19th. That's going to go right along with Zootopia 2 and Inside Out 2. I think that's probably another $1 billion movie maker right there.
The teaser dropped. Even just based on that, I will, we always here at Living in Diz, Jacob and I always we predict what we think will rate a film, and we see one film a week at least. I will give Toy Story 5 a solid 82% approval rating as an expectation. That's my expectation going into that one.
I'll go with
They're
that.
a little behind the times. I do hope that the timeline isn't now, because it's all about an electronic handheld devices for children, and the toys are worried that they won't get played with anymore because now Froggy comes in with a screen or whatever it is, a touch screen for the kid to play with. That was about the time when Jill was 3 or 4, so be interesting to see.
Well, sir, as the dad of a 7-year-old, I can tell you that stuff happens now. Because, well, today she was with me because she was off. And so it was like, I had to give her screen so that she could be at my appointments and not, be bored. I will say, though, she has a good balance. Like, there's plenty of times when she'll have her dolls and she takes them and sets them all up in the living room, all the dolls. I can't even, we'll have to count them one day. And she'll sit them up on the sofas and they will be watching her perform or dance or create a play or something like that.
Nice.
So she does have a pretty good balance there, but there are times where it's like, okay, screen time is done.
I wanted to point out that VH Gilmore said that he thinks that they're putting a shade structure up in the Buzz queue, which would be nice. Shade is good.
How? I can't remember because Buzz is not a ride that I would wait for.
I know. I feel like half of it is already undercover, but I could be wrong.
But did you have...
And now I need to look at it when I'm there tomorrow.
Were there a lot of times when they were outside? I mean, now with the new ride, obviously, it's going to be like that.
Buzz is always outside.
Okay.
Buzz is always outside.
Then hopefully
the day.
VH is right. That would be good. That would be good. So you have the live action Moana, which is this summer, which is a live action version of the original movie. It's going to be one I'm going to see. Yeah, I'm not going to leave it out. I don't have as high expectations for that as I do for Toy Story 5, but it's Moana.
Okay.
It could be,
Okay. I got like a 55% expectation on that one. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see. I might even let you go see it first. The problem I have with this one is when I'm watching the trailer, and you all can comment if you're listening later or say something in the chat. I don't know if I'm watching just another iteration of the animated Moana or live action. It's hard to tell sometimes. So it's almost like the CGI wasn't good enough to make you believe it's real.
Okay.
Or it's just Pixar or Disney. Watch closely when you see the trailer. I
right.
can't.
I'll have to look again.
Yeah.
And then you have Mando and Grogu, as we talked about with Smuggler's Run. That comes out May 22nd. I'm assuming you guys will be hitting the theater soon after it opens for that.
Which one? I was reading chat. Sorry.
Mando.
Oh, listen. That is going to be a 4DX experience.
Nice.
That is going to be 4DX. Throw me all over the place. Yeah. Eat my popcorn before the movie starts because it'll be everywhere during the film. Oh, yes.
Where does that fall in the timeline with the TV show? Do you know?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess you could ask. I'd have to really look to be sure, but I feel like when I looked at this a few months ago, Mando takes place like after Return of the Jedi. That whole time frame, I think, is after Return of the Jedi.
And where does the movie fall in?
With the show?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's a continuation after the final, Mando show.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
For Marvel, you have Spider-Man Brand New Day, July 31st, and you have Avengers Doomsday. It says early May.
Next year.
Yeah.
All 4DX movies for me.
You also have Hex coming out later this year, towards the end. And then for TV, you have, or Disney Channel and Disney Plus, you have Camp Rock 3, Descendants, Wicked Wonderland. So obviously that's going to be Christmas. And did they finally finish filming the Christmas movie? Speaking of Christmas.
No.
They're still filming.
No, because I keep getting casting call requests for that project. I just got some last week, so unless they wrapped within the last few days, I was still getting possible calls to go do that.
All right.
They were running out of fresh faces. Like the emails started to say, "Can we get some fresh faces here?"
Oh.
Yeah,
So it's
but I'm a little busy at work.
You see the same people just walking back and forth.
Yeah. I was interested a couple weeks ago because they did have some closed sets for office scenes. I was like, ooh, I want to do that. But then I just got busy at work and I just said, forget it. But that would have been cool. Like maybe walking by with papers, or you put some papers on their desk while they're having a discussion. You're like, ooh, there I am. That kind of fun.
So, for this year, what has you most excited?
If we take movies and attractions into account, I think attractions will always be above the films. For this year, well, we got Rock and Roller Coaster, we got the Animation Courtyard, right? I'm gonna go Animation Courtyard.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Big Thunder.
Okay.
But I think the animation courtyard is right up there. I think that's going to be something that the whole family can do. Not that we don't all do Big Thunder, but I think it's something that we'll get some good experience out of. So, yeah. Excited for that.
Very good.
So, very cool. Thank you all for being here. If you watched on either of the channels, Living in Diz or Park Bros, whether you watched horizontal or vertical, we appreciate it. I will also mention that this past Saturday for the post show, I pulled a video of Iron Rattler, and I did not give credit that I should have, because I actually thought it came from our content partner, Attractions Magazine, and it did not. So I want to apologize for that. That's not something that I set out to do. But that creator, asks that we give them credit. And so we did. So in the description of the show, I now go back and call out Splash One. It was their video that we used for the post show. Go and check out their stuff. They've got some really good content. So go check out Splash One, ONE. So Splash ONE on YouTube, and make sure to check out their stuff. That they've got some really good stuff. So just wanted to acknowledge them for allowing us to use their video.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I know when I got that message, I knew it was some kind of oversight and all that. So
yeah,
definitely here. We never want to use anyone's content without permission, and we have strong partnerships with those that we do use their content. So, yeah.
Yeah, so go check them out, folks. So we've got a lot of good stuff coming up. I'm already starting to put stuff together for the Flower and Garden Show. We're going to talk Disneyland towards the end of the month. We'll have Sierra from Cruise and Theme Park Guide coming on the show, because she went to Disneyland for her first time ever. And so she's going to tell us all about that. And then she went on a cruise right after going to Disneyland. So we'll be talking about that as well. So putting a lot of good shows together for all of you. And we are going to head over to our Zoom call for the members, Skyliner and above, and then those that won the gifted invites from Saturday. We will see you all over there. The rest of you, when this show ends, it's going to take you to Epic Universe with Theme Park Giant, who is streaming over there in Epic Universe. So, you can
fun!
See some Epic at night. So, very cool.
Awesome.
You don't get to see Epic often because not a lot of people do it because you can't really do much.
No, thanks Universal.
You can't really stream
for nothing.
Much over there.
Speaking of Universal, we will be live one of these upcoming Saturdays is to bring you all Mardi Gras. It's going to be so much fun, and it is definitely the time that the channel goes a little more unhinged, right? There's lots of sparkles, lots of skin, lots of whatever. It's almost adulty, right? It's adult. It's an adulty kind of parade, but so much fun. And we'll try some foods the Living in Diz way, do some food reviews over there, let you all enjoy the Mardi Gras parade. We're always catching beads. We always ask you all in chat, how many beads do you think we'll get? Sometimes the gimbal catches some beads. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, so we're looking forward to that. We'll do it more than once, and definitely one time in February. So we'll plan that out, and it could possibly be within the next 2 to 3 weeks that we're there on a Saturdays and get some of that done. So we'll always look forward to that every year. And tomorrow we'll be live at Magic Kingdom. Park closes again at 9. Yay! So maybe we'll just kill some time, a little bit of time on. Well, you know what? To be honest, I really like the way it worked out for me to walk over to the Contemporary and just get on over there, or just walk the other way. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I decide to do, because the crowds have just been unbelievable in a bad way when they're closing that early. Everyone's leaving at the same time, and rather than waiting all that, I might rather just walk it, you know. So we'll see. We'll see what we figure out for sure. So, yeah. So, ready to wrap it up?
Yes. So,
all right.
Yeah, those of you, we'll see you on the Zoom call, and the rest of you go hang out at Epic Universe. And then we will see you tomorrow, as Corey said, at Magic.
Sounds great, everyone. And on Saturdays, we may start a little later than usual. It might go into the 4 o'clock hour, but I'm going to try to still start in the 3 o'clock hour. We have an early engagement before we head over to the park. So I guess for now, we're just a couple of bros talking Disney. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.